Welcome to Royal Secrets. Prince Harry is advised to distance himself from Netflix following the shocking revelations in The Crown. The latest season of the contentious royal drama airs as King Charles had just ascended to the throne in the wake of the Queen's passing. Following the announcement of the premiere date for the most recent season of The Crown, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been asked to cancel their Netflix subscription. Robert Jobson, the author of Royal, argued that many people take the contentious royal drama as truth. The fifth season of The Crown, according to Mr. Jobson, will do untold damage to the future king and queen consort. The royal analyst tweeted, "How can Harry and Meghan carry on with this Netflix deal? Show some allegiance to your country," urging the Duke of Sussex to do so. Many people consider this fiction to be true. Early in his reign, it will harm our king and queen consort many ways all across the world. Are H&M really in such a tight spot? Come out of H and pledge your allegiance to your nation. Mr. Jobson's remarks coincide with yesterday's announcement that The Crown's fifth season will premiere on November 9. It has been demanded that the streaming giant put a disclaimer to the beginning of each episode of the royal drama, making it clear that it is a work of fiction. The most recent series will concentrate on the dissolution of Charles and Princess Diana's marriage. The Crown usually premieres in November, and Dominic West and Elizabeth Debicki will play Charles and Diana, respectively, in the upcoming series. According to a source who previously told Page Six that Netflix was getting its pound of flesh from Harry and Meghan, there are rumors that the pair is filming a docuseries at home. The Duke is putting the finishing touches on his Invictus Games-centered documentary series, Heart of Invictus. The streaming behemoth reportedly cancelled Meghan's animated series Pearl earlier this year. When this happened, Netflix stated that Archwell Productions remained a valuable partner and that they were still collaborating on a number of projects. It happened when Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers in the first 3 months of 2022, well short of the 2.5 million subscribers predicted. In another news, King Charles III is expected to travel to the US in the coming months to combat his unfair image. When he was the Prince of Wales, King Charles III made multiple trips to the United States. According to a California-based analyst, King Charles III will likely make an official trip to the US in the near future. According to brand and reputation management specialist Eric Schiffer, America's new monarch is not yet as adored or well-known as the late Queen Elizabeth II. He does, however, have his own advantages, such as special talent for interacting with the public during walkabouts, which could help improve his reputation on the other side of the Atlantic, Mr. Schiffer remarked. King Charles doesn't have the same likability factor or be as understood as the Queen, but he showed in the past few days during his interactions with people and mourners a magnificent grace and class and ability to connect that surprised many Americans, he said in an interview with Express.co.uk. And it would be very advantageous to show more of that side of him because, as a one-on-one communicator of extraordinary talent, he would benefit from more exposure to cameras in that capacity with American viewers. I anticipate that he will visit the United States at some point in the upcoming year to year and a half, and I would advise him to spend time interacting with younger audiences so that he can engage in conversation and demonstrate his interactions to the American public. In the US, I believe there is an unfair perception of him as stuffy, overly reserved, and not as interesting. In reality, he is a brilliant communicator and a great person to connect with. Charles has been an advocate for the fight against climate change for more than 50 years, Mr. Schiffer added. Younger generations in the US are particularly interested in this subject, which may assist build a bridge between them and the next king. Charles visited America several times during his tenure as Prince of Wales. In the most recent instance, on December 5, 2018, he was in Washington, D.C., to represent his mother at the state funeral for former U.S. President George H.W. Bush. After the Queen passed away on September 8 at Balmoral Castle, Charles succeeded to the throne. King Charles went on a number of walkabouts during the ensuing 11-day period of national mourning. One day following the late monarch's passing on September 8, Charles stopped to talk with some of the mourners in front of Buckingham Palace. He shook hands with scores of people during this brief encounter with the public, stopped listening to their condolences, and led a woman to kiss his hands. Charles and Prince William made an unexpected appearance a few days later to thank the mourners for their support and goodwill, while large crowds of people were waiting in line to see the Queen lie in state in London. The mob cheered "God Save the King" as they welcomed the King, who was standing near Lambeth Bridge. The King was heard expressing concern about the queue-goers' nightly temperature drop during the unscheduled 20-minute appearance. Charles took his family and the country to the Queen's burial on Monday, after which the new monarch travelled to Scotland to take a little respite. The royal period of sorrow will extend until Tuesday at 8 a.m., even if the days of public mourning concluded on Monday. Members of the firm will thereafter be expected to resume their regular work schedule, stop wearing black, and stop flying the flags at half-staff from their homes. An official visit to France is one of the incoming king's first important responsibilities, according to rumors. According to The Telegraph, the Foreign Office is excited about the prospect of Charles visiting France as part of his first overseas trip, since it would help Britain forge stronger ties with Paris in the wake of Brexit. The Great Green Wall program, which aligns with Charles's interest in the environment and was unveiled by French President Emmanuel Macron and other international leaders in January 2021, will also be discussed during the future king's visit to France. The goal of this initiative is to spread a mosaic of lush and fruitful landscapes across 11 African nations.